Hey guys, welcome. This is gonna be a guild update, our first guild update video. So we're gonna go through a little bit of the history of our guild very briefly. And then we're gonna move very important to our directive that was sent to all of you guys in our guild channels, internal guild channels. The directive is basically the dual deployment initiative. So we're gonna go talk through that, and then we're gonna talk a little bit about the politics and what's currently going on in our homeland. So a short history about TephraPD. My name is Ron Carney. Obviously, you guys know me. I'm the guild master of TephraPD. Tephra is located here, right here. This is Tephra Creator in Garcourt. Okay. I started this game in a guild called XESX. You guys probably know it because it's the guild that currently live over here and control that keep. This is a Spanish guild, okay? So when I started the game, I was living here in Garcourt. XESX was part of the alliance led by Talos Confederation. So Talos Confederation was the guild that controlled this big circle that you see here. Okay? So what happened was that Talos Confederation lost the war and decided to leave this area. XESX took the decision to leave this area as well. Some of the other allies like Wolfenstein, which is over here, Wolfside, decide to join the Red Alliance. Other people like Bad Brothers that initially talk about be friends with me and help me destroy Karimata also decide to join the Red Alliance. And basically I was left in the situation where I was by myself at Tephra Creator. Everyone else left the area. So I created the guild TephraPD to start guerrilla warfare operation at Tephra Creator. And I stood in operation pretty much for over a year, and then what happened was that territory control was implemented. So basically that changed the whole system because I could no longer do guerrilla warfare against Karimata. Because if I did guerrilla warfare against Karimata at Tephra Creator, my assets were destroyed, and they still being destroyed even today. They destroy priests and stables all the time around the GK area. So that made me change my strategy, and I have to relocate TephraPD at KCAM. And why we relocate our guild to KCAM is because KCAM have a priest and a bank that cannot be sieged. Okay? So TephraPD have access to a town that cannot be sieged by our enemies. So that if you're familiar with EVE Online, this is basically an NPC station in Nullsec. Or if you play Albion online, this is basically a map, that's basically a town in the Black Zone, you know, that is not controlled by any alliance. So we can use this as a staging system, okay, for launch our attacks against Odin and against Karimata. Let me tell you something, because you guys may not be aware of this, but TephraPD is fighting every single day against Red Alliance and against Odin. And what you say, what type of fighting we do? Well, we fight an economic war, because TephraPD fight and contest Red Alliance and Odin every single day over the Snow Trolls. We contest Blackhand and North Order over the Forest Troll every single day. We contest Odin at the White Bear respawn every single day. So we are actually fighting against the biggest alliances, most powerful alliances in the game. And and if I'm not sure if you're aware of politics, but there is an alliance between Karnimata and Odinseed. Odinseed assets are safe in Karnimata Circle. Karnimata assets are safe at the Mino dungeon. Odinseed will not actively go against Karnimata assets, and Karnimata will not go after Odinseed assets. These two entities are happily go after everyone else's asset. Then it doesn't fit their agenda. So that put us in the current position that we are now, which is the following. Odinseed, Red Alliance, Empire, Black Hand, North Order, and Wing, and other Russian guilds are all part. Sorry, I forgot Over as well. Are all part of a massive Northern Alliance. Okay? They are all part of this. K-Camp is not part of this alliance, which is make us extremely vulnerable, So when we see the Northern guilds declare war on Kodo, declare war on Bad Company, on Unbroken, it makes us extremely uncomfortable. Because we do not forget, and a few months ago, this Odinseed allies, Black Hand, together with Red Alliance and the Russians, came after our Santum village, and that whole village could have been wiped out if it wasn't for the help of Kodo. And that takes us to our current situation now. We believe, this is not just my guild, this is also, I'm speaking on behalf of the guilds located at K-Camp. If either Kodo is removed out of the picture, we are gonna be next, and we are gonna be in an extremely vulnerable position, where we're not gonna be able to defend against Red Alliance or the Seed and the Russians forces combined, and we may actually now, even with the support of Kodo and Unbroken, and maybe Bad Company, we will not be even be able today to defend against these entities. The Russian alliance is very powerful. Odinseed alliance is extremely powerful and rich. The same with Karnimata. These guys control the end game parts of the game. Okay, this is the end game. Okay. And I'm sorry Bad Company, I'm sorry Kodo, I'm sorry Django. But this is the end game. This is Tephra, this is Gabor, these are Rysas. Okay? This is the end game. They control the end game. We are trying to fight and contest these guys over the end game. But like I say, in the next upcoming days, weeks, and maybe months, we are maybe gonna be evicted from our area, at least from our village, because remember, K-Camp cannot be destroyed, and that's gonna be our ultimate fight, our ultimate bastion of resistance in the north. We will never give up for the fight in the north. But I have to be honest with you guys, our assets in the north, our village in the north is at risk, especially if Kodo get destroyed, if Coalition get disbanded. That will just make these guys in the north, our enemies, stronger, and that's why we have made the decision, and you guys know if you are in TephraPD, of declare a dual deployment. And what that dual deployment means is that everyone in TephraPD need to have characters at K-Camp and the second character at Meduli. And in that way, we'll do everything that is in our hand to help Coalition in Meduli area, And at the same time, we are fighting in the north. And you guys know we are fighting in the north because look, we know the situation is fragile in Meduli currently, but you guys know that we fight Nidion, we fight Wolfenstein, Battle Brother, Tophus, Odyssey every single day, constantly, along the day. This is a hot zone, and you guys know in TephraPD that, you know. But many people in the server don't know this, you know. So now they start telling me, "Oh, you sold out to Coalition. You are part of the CERC." Let me tell you guys something. Territory control, the game that we are in when we deploy villages around the map, is all a game about numbers. And our current objectives, obviously now, are to grow, you know. If we do not have a dual deployment staging system for our guys, it's gonna be very difficult for us to grow. We need Meduli. But if it wasn't Meduli, it could be Favernum, Tindrem, Hispelia, Moki, Bhakti, Vada, any other blue town. We have choose Meduli. And the reason why we choose Meduli is because these guys help us in the past, and these guys are reasonable. We got a common enemy, and it makes sense for us to work with them. But make no mistake, we aim, TephraPD, our goal is to, in the upcoming months, continue to grow in our size. And eventually what we want to do as an objective of TephraPD is for us to be able to mass groups of 100 to 150, 200 people maybe at the end of the year. That's how large we want to aim. And if you ask me why we want to aim to that number, it's not because we want to take Carnimata Keep, not because we want to take Odyssey Keep, not because we want to destroy Koto or Bad Company or the people in the jungle. What we want to be able to do is we want to be able to go to GK, to TephraPD, put an open village in GK and being able to defend that from Carnimata. And if we have a force large enough, we could create a deterrence where Carnimata will not go after our assets, because then we could mass 100 to 200 people and be able to deal with that. But that's what we want to do here in TephraPD. We also want to do at the Mino Dungeon, we want to do at the Samtun Dungeon, at the Undercroft, at the Melissa Ball, at the Django, everywhere where is content. We want to have TephraPD villages open for everyone in the game. Because it makes no sense to me that people in the server are not getting access to different areas because guilds are trying to block the content, you know? And the ultimate, that's our goal, you know? Our goal is to open up access to people, you know? And let me give you an example. In Django, we failed, you know? The Django Coalition told us to close our priest here, right here. They told us we could not have our priest open. They didn't specify what will happen, but everyone knows what will happen. And there was nothing we could do to stop them. You know? Just like there's nothing we can do at TephraPD. Because right now we do not have the power to mass 100 people to 200 people and be a strong deterrence against these entities that are trying to close down content. So that's the current situation. K-Camp is the last bastion of resistance in the north. You know? And things are gonna get difficult there. And that's why we have created this. 3 villages around Sarduga Bridge in Meduli. In preparation, you know, of the new continent, but also in preparation to provide you guys in TephraPD with an option when things here become very bad, to have an exit way, to have a dual deployment system. Characters here at Medulite, characters here at K-Camp. So you guys need to get this done because this is very important. And at the same time, it's important for everyone in TephraPD to work together so we can increase our numbers and we can be a force to be reckoned in the server. Not because we want to destroy everyone else in the game, because we want to open up access to the server. And without the 100 to 200 people, we can no guarantee access to the server. We can no offer security guarantees to our villages. And that, my friends, cannot happen. We need to work together to protect this, our home, our villages, all across the map. Okay guys, this will finish the video now. So thank you very much for watching. This is gonna be the first update of many, because I'm gonna give you guys an update at least once a month with what's the current the current situation of the guild. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I'll see you guys next video.